You know those thoughts that you have in the shower where it's just kind of like, I need to get this out or I might lose it forever? This is that. So I was thinking about grocery grocery shopping as one does in kind of washing one's hair, repetitive task. What do I need to get so that I can be efficient? And I realized that I regularly stock my pantry with things that have a really long shelf life and are adaptable, accessible for a lot of different recipes so that I can feed the people around me, people visiting, mostly my neighbors. And that means having things that are gluten free, vegetarian, or vegan, and adaptable for people who need higher like meat-based protein need for or prefer. The uh, the revelation I had in the shower is that there's a difference between knowing how to chef it up and cook and knowing how to feed people. I can do both. The difference, though, is if you can follow a recipe or even improvise a beautiful dish, you can cook, you can chef it up. What a gourmet way to live your life. So proud of you. Knowing how to feed people, however, is knowing how to accommodate and how to stretch and how to invite. Yeah, accommodate as in this is a chili recipe that can, of course, be made vegan and is naturally gluten free. It can be made without onions or garlic and like no spice for low inflammation. It can stretch to accommodate lots and lots of people, right? By putting more water, by blending the beans, by adding a little bit of potato starch to thicken it up and make it go a little farther. We can throw tofu in there. We can serve it over cornbread, over rice. We can put it in the freezer for folks that aren't able to make the hot chili coming out of the kitchen moment. I mention this because the the multiple layered systems of oppression that we're surviving under. I'm in the United States. I live in Southern California, and I was born and raised in Hawaii. I grew up in Hawaii from the time I was born and 5 generations before that as East Asian settlers to Hawaii and relocated to settle in Southern California when I was 40. So this notion of being available to one's community is something that I was raised with. And when I came to this place, I'm in LA. Oh, hello. My dog is coming to visit me. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? Thanks for clocking in. Thank you for clocking in. I'm just making a YouTube video. This is Toaster. We're almost done. I'm just talking about cooking for everybody. Yeah, you're good. Good job, sweetie. Toaster did not have a good breakfast today. He's a pit bull and he has a sensitive tummy. Oh, so he's gonna vomit right now on video. Okay, hold please. Man, sometimes my dog will wake up with a rumbly in his tumbly, and that's just our day. Any pit bull people feel me? Anyways, what a poignant example of knowing how to feed beings. Toaster needs a little encouragement to eat his food because it's a lot of the same food over and over because he has a sensitive tummy and his personality is very flavor motivated. So I have to entice him with a little bit of the good shit that we keep hidden away. That's like regular food. Um, Bless the dogs that can have variety in their diet. Our poor guy. Anyway, pitbull problems. So the what I was about to talk about was systems of oppression, and I'll just say it because no one gains anything by beating around the bush in conversations like these. Um, the kind of what's the best way for me to say this? The prevailing wisdom among gardeners who see liberation through the soil that they work carry this common adage: there is no such thing as a weed. There is no such thing as a weed. And another way of saying that is there's no such thing as a part of nature that doesn't belong. This includes dandelions, which are lovely in salad and for many other things, bugs, and people, right? Like there are outcast identities and the natural understanding of the world, the natural as in capital N nature, right? Universe, like cosmos. There's no excess. My favorite Dolly Parton quote is, quote, "God don't make extra people, honey," end quote. And she says it beautifully right there, that everyone has a important and unique part to play in the cosmic symphony. So when I cook for my neighbors and for my community, it doesn't matter to me if people can afford to pay for their own dinner. We are connecting in the spirit of shared humanity, and every human needs food, gets hungry. So they're invited to come, and some of them pitch in and some of them don't. And I do not laud the people that contribute, nor do I shame the people that don't. It's just sort of like people self-select into what's appropriate for them. I live paycheck to paycheck, and I still find ways to do this. I'm not saying that this is right for you. I'm saying that because I can, when I can, I do it. And these systems of oppression take from us the understanding that sharing is a form of goodness, is a form of natural resource distribution, right? Like there's no river that will keep all of its resources to itself. It distributes its minerals and flow and hydration through its entire length. So too a mountain shelters indiscriminately. A flower gives her scent and her pollinators freely until she falls apart. I don't mean to gender flowers, just I picked a pronoun at random. So I can't tell you what this means for you. I can tell you what it means for me, though. That is, when I look in my pantry and when I compose my grocery list in the shower or driving or whatever, I am thinking about what ways can I make this accessible when I share? What ways can I make this stretch? What ways can I make this joyful? And these are the kinds of things that if a mushroom had consciousness, I imagine that a mushroom might say to itself. I imagine a mushroom being like, "Oh, I don't need this. I'll pass it on," or "Oh, there's a lot of this. Let's see what needs it," or like, "I've got enough to grow, and so I will." Making something delicious, of course, is part of the joy. Any favorite recipes to share? I'd love to hear them. Chili's my big one because it's so adaptable, as I mentioned. I also really, really, really love cooking Chinese food. I'm half Chinese, and I've got this amazing wok. It's a hex-clad nonstick wok. Love cooking in this wok. And I just started cooking with fermented tofu, the kind in the jar. And I feel just like my popo, and smells like my popo and Baba's house when I open the jar, in a good way. They also cooked with things like ham ha and ham yi. And if you know, you know. It's other kinds of ferments that don't smell as beautiful to my Western habituated senses. All right, I'm not going to ramble too much. I just wanted to give you a little peek behind the scenes of my inner process in my state of informality. Authenticity. Hashtag. I'll see you in the next one.